Mathematical magic is magic that works thanks to mathematics. So it's the mathematics that creates the prestige. This is nice because if I then tell you what is the math behind the magic, you can reproduce it yourself. So let's start by me making half of a prediction. So I pick a card, and this is going to be my half prediction. And I would like you, from this deck of cards, which is a regular deck of cards, to select any one of the card that you want and put it next to me, next to mine, sorry. Don't show it to me.
Okay.
Okay, do it secretly so that I don't know the card. And put it here, face down, next to mine. Great. Now you have chosen a number. Yeah. And now we can put the deck on the side, and I don't know which number this is. Now, starting from this number, I ask you to please multiply it by 2 to make the game twice as interesting. Now, on the results that you got, I ask you to add 2, one for yourself and one for me. And now I ask you to multiply the result by 10. This is easy, you just add a 0 at the end. Good. Now I ask you to divide by 2. Is your number divisible by 2?
Yeah.
Great. Now, on the result that you got, which I cannot know because it was all in your head so far, I ask you to subtract 8. 8 is a peculiar number because if you turn it upside down, it's like the symbol of infinity. Okay?
Okay.
Good. You got a result in your mind. For the first time, can you please tell me what is the result of all the math that you have done?
Yeah, the result is 52.
52. Wow, look at this.
Wow.
So you have chosen a number to start with, and I don't know which number it was, so I indicate it with X. X is an unknown number. Then I ask you to multiply X by 2, so you get 2X. Then I've asked you to add 2. And next, I ask you to multiply by 10 times 10. Finally, I ask you to divide the result by 2 and subtract 8. So let's see what is the outcome of this math. So the result is going to be 10 times x plus 2. So the result at the end is going to be 10 times the number that you have chosen plus 2. So in your specific case, you had chosen a 5, so the result was 52 with a 5 as your original number. But no matter what your number was that you have originally chosen, that will determine the tens of the result. And the card that I pick as my half initial prediction is always a 2. So the result is always going to be 10 times the number that you have picked originally plus 2. So now I would like you to think of a 2-digit numbers. Think it in your head and don't tell me.
Okay.
Let's say this is your favorite number. For example, my favorite number is 64. Now, I would like you to sum the 2 digits that make your number. Now, from your favorite number, subtract off the sum of the 2 digits. You have a result in your mind, and there's no way I know the result that it's in your mind. Good. This result, the result of this subtraction, can be a 1-digit number, and in which case you stop.
Okay.
If it's still a 2-digit number, what you do is you sum again the 2 digits that make up the sum. Are you done?
Yeah.
Good. Now I will try to read your mind and guess what is the result of all this math. It's important when you do mathematical magic that you do the math right, otherwise the magic does not work. Okay, so let me read your mind. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Well, I think the result is a 9.
Yeah, it is.
Good, well done, you did the math right.
Yeah.
So there is a mathematical property of multiple of 9s, which is the following. If you have a multiple of 9, the sum of the 2 digits is always a 9. But did I ever ask you to multiply by 9 when I did the math? No, never. But careful, let's see what happens. Any two-digit numbers can be written as 10 times x. X are the tens plus y. Y are the units. So this is a way that we can use to represent any two-digit numbers. Then I ask you to subtract off the sum of the two digits. So the sum of the two digits is x plus y. So if from your original number I ask you to subtract off the sum of the two digits, well, let's do the math. I have y minus y, which is 0, and then I have 10x minus x, which is 9x. So by doing this, we always end up with a multiple of 9. So because we end up with a multiple of 9, and at the end I ask you to sum up the two digits, the result will always be 9. Despite not asking you explicitly to multiply by 9, because otherwise many people know this property of multiple of 9s, but despite never asking you to multiply by 9, the result of the math operations that I asked you to do is always a multiple of 9. Okay, Juan Manuel, I made a grid with the numbers between 1 and 16. It's a 4x4 grid. Now I'm giving you 4 colors, and I ask you to color the column of this grid with the colors that you want. Good. Now I want you to color with those same 4 colors the rows, but you can choose the order of the color as you wish. So the first was blue, but the first column was blue, but the first row can be any one of the colors that you want.
Okay.
By the way, I made a prediction before we started on my computer, and we're gonna see if I made the right prediction. Now, like colors meet on some numbers, like blue and blue is 13. Can we circle this 13? So we have identified 4 numbers, 13, 6, 3, and 12. Now those 4 numbers are the decision of your coloring choice. Did I influence you in any way?
No.
No, it was a free choice. Great. So now I would like you to do the sum. 13 plus 6 plus 3 plus 12. What is the sum?
34.
34. Okay, let's look at my prediction over there. 34. Yes, it's interesting because no matter how you choose the colors, the result is always 34. It's again a mathematical magic trick. So there's some math behind this, and I'll let you and the audience understand what is the math behind.